Hi everyone, welcome to Digital Bruce Beginnings, a program for children 3 to 5 and their caregivers. My name's Megan Brown and I'm an educator here at the Bruce Museum. Today's theme will be all about construction, because as you know, the Bruce Museum is under construction. We'll explore an exhibition, the changing face of the Bruce Museum as you might see later on, read a book, and do imaginative play and hands-on activities. So let's get started.
Before we get started, I'm going to give you a quick view of our exhibition, House on the Hill, The Changing Face of the Bruce Museum. I encourage you and your adult to pause throughout the video to get better views of the pieces in the exhibition, House on the Hill, The Changing Face of the Bruce Museum. Through this, you'll see different explorations of how the Bruce Museum has transformed over the past century and a half. There are numerous historical images which will show the evolution of the structure from its conversion from a mansion to a modern museum, highlighting the intersections of art and science. Let's look up close at this image. What is happening in this image? Does it look like a construction site? Does this look like anything you've ever seen before? Take a close look at the plot plan and talk with your adult about the plans. What do you think a plot plan helps with in construction? What information does a plot plan give you?
Plan and discuss with your adult what familiar things you see on it. Do you see any familiar roads that you've maybe walked on? Do you see where the museum's housed? That sort of stuff. Explore it, talk about it with your adult, and I'll see you back here in just a minute. What did you guys discuss about the plot plan? If you didn't know, a plot plan is a giant sheet that helps architects, engineers, landscape architects to see where buildings are at, where electricity will be, where other utilities like water may run, where equipment will be, and other important factors that they need to consider when they're doing construction. Plot plans are also commonly known as site plans. As we just discussed, there's a lot of important information that plot plans help tell us. So today I thought it would be really cool to read a book about tools and how they help in construction. And during the book, maybe why don't you and your adult think about ways that these tools can help with plot plans and help the different people who work on construction sites. So today we're going to read Tap, Tap, Bang, Bang by Emma Garcia. Look at all these tools. What can we do with them? Do you guys see any familiar tools like we talked about earlier? We can creak-craw, cut with the saw, and chippity-chip with the chisel, chippity-chip. I wonder what you think these tools might help with in construction. We can bang, bang with the hammer and tappity-tap in the nails. Bang, bang, tappity-tap. We can zzz, zzz, make a hole with the drill, and twizzle, twizzle, and twist with the screwdriver. We can twirl the bolts and spin the nuts. Twirl, twirl, spin, spin. We can eat grippity grip with the pliers and stickity stick with the glue gun. Grippity grip, stickity stick. We can turn with the wrench and clamp tight with the vise. Turn, turn, clamp, clamp. We can check, check with the level and measure with the tape measure. Check, check, looks good. Measure, measure. What do you think they would measure on a construction site? We can whack, whack with the mallet and lift, lift with the jack. Whack, whack, lift, lift. We can rub, rub with the sander and slap, slosh with the paintbrush. Rub, rub, slosh, slap. And here are all the different tools we talked about. The cree-craw, the bang-bang, the chippity-chip, the tappity-tap, the zzz, the twirl and spin, the twizzle-twist, the grabbity-grip, the sticky-stick, turn, turn, clamp, clamp, check, check, and measure, whack, whack, lift, lift, rub, rub. What did we make with all these tools? We made a go-kart. Now let's go. The end. Did you guys learn anything new about how tools help in construction? Pause this video, discuss with your adult how those tools might help build a building, or in the case of the Bruce Museum, build a museum, and come back and we'll discuss in just a minute. Now that we've read a book, explored a museum exhibition, now it's time to get hands-on with some imaginative play. So let's get up and stretch our minds and our legs. The first activity you can do is go back in the video and look at that plot plan that we saw and draw your own. Maybe try to draw a plot plan of your own house, your backyard, or maybe a dollhouse that you have, or something else, maybe a Lego castle. Try and draw those plans and include important information that you might need if you were to build one of those things. Another activity you can do is, using those plot plans again, look at them and see if you can find any familiar shapes. So while plot plans have many important things that we need to learn from, like streets and where buildings go, they have a lot of familiar shapes. Try sorting those shapes and finding those different shapes that we've discussed about earlier in previous Bruce Beginnings, and look for those shapes. Thank you guys so much for joining us for Digital Bruce Beginnings today. We hope you had a great time. If you're looking for more digital content from the Bruce, please make sure to go to www.brucemuseum.org. And if you want to share something that you created or a video you made around all of the different activities from this Digital Bruce Beginning, with the approval of your adult, you can share it at any of our social medias with the hashtag Bruce Museum. Thank you so much for joining us for Digital Bruce Beginnings. Bye, friends.